All new at 5 in Maryland today, lawmakers in Annapolis debated reforms to the state's juvenile justice system, questioning how serious a crime needs to be for juveniles to face adult consequences.
Our Matt Gregory has more on the rift between state lawmakers and law enforcement.
Okay, so here's what the argument boils down to. Lawmakers feel this will give juvenile offenders a better chance of rehabilitation by sending more young people through the state's juvenile system. But the majority of the state's top prosecutors say they disagree with this because they think that system's already overloaded and they think this will make their communities less safe. The hearing for the Youth Charging Reform Act filled the committee room before it even started.
It's keeping the most severe offenses as direct file offenses in the adult system, but taking some off that list so that we can have a better, more fair, more efficient system.
So right now, kids 14 and up automatically go to adult court for violent crimes. Betsy Fox Tolentino, acting juvenile services head for Maryland, says under the new bill, 14 and 15-year-olds would no longer face automatic adult charges. 16-year-olds could, but only for the most severe of violent crimes like murder, rape, and carjacking.
We're building out a continuum of services to meet our kids' diverse needs. We've put in about $33 million over the past year to even expand to more services.
Criminal justice reform advocates say they believe it'll help to create better outcomes for young offenders in the long run.
I was charged as a youth when I was 16 years old, and I went into adult prison.
Today, Terry Speaks shared his personal story and how the adult system left him traumatized.
My mental state was messed up, and subsequently I started using drugs, hanging around the wrong people and stuff like that.
But on the other side,
ghost guns, standing alone, you're going to be in juvenile court. First degree assault, standing alone, you'd be in juvenile court.
Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy joins 11 other state prosecutors in opposing the changes. They point to Maryland's juvenile services track record.
I do not think they're getting a passing grade over the last 5 or 6 years in terms of how they've been handling our children.
McCarthy says he doesn't think juvenile services should take on more violent youth offenders unless something changes in the current system.
Give us some assurance that the program, that we're not going to just basically be cycling these kids through services that are inadequate. They come back to our streets with many of the same issues or challenges they had before they left the street.
In Annapolis, Matt Gregory, WUSA 9.
WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored